Hello you guys, my name is Marco, and in this video I'm going to show you guys some visual practical effects or something like that you can do for your video or something like that, or for your photos that will make it look pretty damn cool. And hopefully you guys enjoy, and yeah, there's that. Okay, so for this first one, it's going to be a software based, meaning that it's going to work well within your software. This one is Black 3.0. If you guys are not familiar with Black 3.0, basically it's the darkest black paint that you can actually purchase. There's other ones that are a little bit more blacker, but it's the one that you can actually purchase, and the photos I've seen are amazing. The reason why I added it into here, because when you're working with masks and stuff like that on Photoshop or any other form of software, you know, what you're gonna notice that the mask is gonna be white or black. And with Black 3.0, one of the ideas that I thought about, why not get a piece of foam board, good quality one, because I tried to paint on cheaper ones, they don't work, good quality one, and then paint it all Black 3.0. And what that's going to happen is that it's going to be very black, right? And then what you can do with that is that a lot of times when you take photos, when you take light or something like dark photos or whatever of an item, you know, you want to have different colors. You notice that the black background that you're going to use on it is going to be like a washed out black. But when you use Black 3.0, probably that will not happen because it eats away a lot of the light. So you can put a blue or red light, and then you can also put like a really bright light, and you're not going to get the washed up black halo because it's going to be Black 3.0. If that makes any sense. I don't have it with me, but when I do, I'll let you test it out. But one of the photos I've seen, it's amazing, and that's basically my idea, and it's going to make it really great, especially when it comes to like items. For instance, like if you want to put sand or something like that, you want to mask that out, it's going to be very difficult. But if you do it with this type of paint, maybe it could work. I don't know. Okay, so number 2 is called the rabbit hole. This is the way the naming scheme where I decided, because it kind of feels like a rabbit hole. Basically, what it is, it's a photo or a video that you take that looks like the angle of the rabbit's eye being inside of a hole and looking out to the outside. And basically, the way that you'll do with this, first of all, this one is going to be for a phone. Now you can try with a digital camera, but you're going to have to play around with it. But the stuff that I'm going to be using, I feel like perfect for a phone, because a phone, basically the camera is a lot smaller. The lens is really small, so that's why it could work. You know, so there's that. But this is what you're going to do. You're going to get a plastic clear water bottle. Remove the label. Then you want to cut out the bottom part of it. Make sure you don't remove the cap. Okay, just cut out the bottom part. Then you want to get some Elmer's glue. You can use any form of glue, just as long as it doesn't dry really quickly, because you want to put something into it. So you're going to put that, make sure you coat it all the way around. Then once you get that done, you want to get dirt, and you want to kind of coat, you know, the entire thing where you put glue on it. You want to coat that with dirt. Then you want to wait a little bit till it gets dry, and just like remove a lot of the excess dirt. Then the outside, you want to paint it brown, which I don't have brown, have black, so I'm going to use black, and I'm going to spray paint it. And make sure before you paint it, make sure you crumble it up a little bit, and then spray paint it, and then there you go. And what that's going to happen is going to look like, you know, you're in the inside of a hole, and just put your camera, you just put that water bottle near to the camera, and then you can film. Well, if you're going to film, you're going to have to figure out a way to tape it or put it into it. But if you're going to take photos, it looks really great. It looks amazing. I think that's another trick, and that's something that just came into my head, because I'm like, you know that those plastic water bottles are cheap as hell, and dirt is everywhere, and glue, it's like, you know, Walmart, you know, and you could do something really cool with that. And I was thinking about it. Yeah. So that's number 2. Okay, so for this next one is to add elements or add items into your photo. what I mean by this, that a lot of people, you know, when you're on location or whatever, there's a beautiful waterfall, and sometimes you're taking a photo of someone, but then there's this empty space on the side. There's videos on the internet that talk about the empty space, which it doesn't serve no purpose unless you're gonna add something there. And you could do that. You can literally you can grab a plant and just put it on the side. Or when you take a photo of someone, you can have like a small little, like, for instance, if I put this one a little bit more closer to it, you guys can see there's these plants, there's this wood thing on top. But yeah, this one I just added so it can look really interesting. You can get a plant, you know, a small little crappy whatever plant at a outlet store or drifts or whatever, and then if you find one, you can just usually put it like right here. Just adds more into this photo and just looks really amazing, really cool. Like this one looks really cool. Adding just stuff like that will make your photo look like, for instance, like this plant right here. You guys see there's this plant, and you guys see also there's this plant, and then you can just add this to it and it looks pretty damn cool. You know, add it to right here. Boom. See what I mean? So it's just one of those things, just adding photos and stuff like that. I mean, adding stuff, elements, or whatever. You could do whatever. You can also add light to it, whatever. That's going to really make your pop. And it's better to do that when you are there in the location or at the place, or when you actually take a photo, because if you put it in post-production, like in Photoshop or something like that, it just takes a while. I mean, not takes a while, it's just that it's more work. But if you already have, you gotta be, oh, I could just small little things, and it makes it more natural, especially when you have items like these. It just looks more natural because you are in the location and the light hits it, looks more realistic, more natural. So that is one thing. You know, you can add more stuff, especially like to the background, to make it more interesting. A lot of people, when it comes to the photography world or Photoshop or whatever, they do that. You know, or also they also do it with cinematography and movies to make the place feel more lived in and look a little bit more better. Okay, for this next one, okay, I like to call it thinking perspectively. What I mean about this is that it doesn't matter what camera you have, it doesn't really matter. You can take good photos, except for depending on what camera you have, the quality of that photo might be a little bit better, a little bit not the best, but acceptable and stuff like that. But you need to understand what I mean about, you know, thinking perspectively. I mean, when you go out there, take a photo, always think about your surrounding area. And here's the thing, I'm going to show you guys photos to give you guys an example. Now I have this photo. Now this photo, I took it at a place called San Carlos in 2019. As you guys look in the photo, first of all, I have these mountains right here. That's one thing. The second thing is that there was like a small little, you know, like apartment, condo or something like that, like houses. It looked like it was there. And then you have like this ocean, and you have like a small little island, as you guys see. And then also you have the sky with clouds on it. See what I mean? Like it has a lot of elements to this photo. This other photo that I have here is this one. This one's not really the best, but I'm just using this for an example. If you have no clouds whatsoever, right, you could add clouds. But if you don't, basically I have this photo. You have like these two palm trees, and then you have like the ocean, and you have a smaller mountain. The palm trees kind of really set things off or whatever, and I mean they made it like, so you can look at the palm trees, you look at the ocean, and you look at the mountain and the horizon. It just looks really beautiful. This other one right here is just, if you don't have any clouds, because a lot of times clouds do make the photo pop a little bit more, but sometimes there's not any of them in the sky. So one of the things you could do, like I'm gonna show you guys this example, you guys can see that, you guys can see the sand, you can see the ocean, and the sky has nothing. Then you guys see this black little hat. One of the things you can do is add a hat. You can also add like a towel on top of it. Like if you have this kind of like a tent thing or like the shade thing, just add that into like the top area or something like that. You can add a towel. You can add like a shoes dangling, a hat, you know, and a small umbrella or something like that, or like a lifeboat or something like that. Not like a lifeboat, kind of like those round donut tubes that people use to go in the ocean, or you know, or something like that, scuba, whatever. Just have something like that, and it's gonna make it really look amazing. Now, the other photo I also want to show you guys is this one right here. As you guys see, this photo I took in these condos at a place called San Carlos, and as you guys see, I was on top of these. You guys can see there's a railing. Basically, there's some stairs you get on top of it to get to your room, and these ones there were some railings right there. You guys can see the ground, the top grounded concrete floor thing, so you can get into your rooms. And you see one side has this condo, and the other side has the other one, and then there's these two palm trees, and then you guys see far right, you see like the ocean, and then really far distance you see something that looks like an island but not sure, and then you see the sky with clouds. See what I mean? Like I was trying to find a photo that I knew it will have a lot of elements. And just to guys let you know, this photo I took that with my iPhone 6, and I just added an all white LUT to it, and that's it. Literally, that's it. And this photo has a lot of stuff onto this photo.